The cell, its structure and functions. Cell. It is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Certain basic functions like nutrition, respiration, growth, development, reproduction are performed by the cell. Discovery of cell. It was only after the advent of optical instruments in the 17th century. Robert Hooke was the first scientist who, in 1665, observed thin slices of cork obtained from a bark of tree through his self-designed microscope. In Latin, cell means a little room. Variation in cell number, shape, and size in living organisms. Cell number. On the basis of number of cell, living organisms can classified into two categories: unicellular organisms and multicellular organisms. Unicellular organisms. Organisms which are made up of single cell. Example: amoeba, euglena, etc. Multicellular organisms. Organisms which are made up of many cells. Example: birds, animals, etc. Cell shape. The shape of cells differ not only in different organisms but also in different organs of same organisms. They may be oval, spherical, cuboidal, etc. These differences in shapes are due to their location and function in the tissue. Cell size. The smallest cell PPLO, pneumonia-like organisms, also called mycoplasma, is about 0.1 micron, denoted as this. 1 micron is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter. The ostrich egg, considered to be the largest cell, nearly 170 millimeter in diameter. The hen's egg also represents a single cell. It is big enough to be seen with unaided eye. The approximate size of the sum of the plant and animal cells are given: amoeba 1000 micron, hen's egg 60 millimeter, ostrich egg 170 millimeter, green alga chara 10 centimeter. The approximate size of some cells of human body are given: red blood cell 9 micron, liver cell 20 micron, human ovum 0.1 millimeter or 100 micron, nerve cell about 1 meter. Note: 1 micron is equal to 10 to the power minus 6 meter is equal to 10 to the power minus 3 millimeter. The lifespan of a red blood cell is about 120 days. Parts of a cell. A cell consists of a living protoplasm surrounded by a cell membrane. The protoplasm consists of a nucleus and cytoplasm. Cytoplasm contains a number of structures which are called cell organelles. Organelles are therefore structures present within a cell that help it to perform its relevant functions. Cell membrane. All living cells are bounded by a membrane called the plasma membrane or cell membrane. It surrounds the inner gel-like material called protoplasm. The plasma membrane controls the entry and exit of substances as per requirements of the cell. The cell of plants, fungi, and bacteria have an additional outer covering called the cell wall. Cell wall provides rigidity and protection to the cell against variation in the environment. It also gives a definite shape, size, and support to the cell. Cytoplasm. The portion of a protoplasm lying inner to the cell membrane but outside the nuclear membrane is called cytoplasm. Cytos means hollow and plasma means liquid. It acts as a ground substance for cell activities. It is made up of carbohydrate, proteins, fats, minerals, and vitamins along with large proportion of water. Nucleus. It generally lies in the center of the cell. However, in some cases, it may also occupy peripheral positions. It controls all the activities of the cell. The nucleus is a dense structure bounded by cell nucleus membrane. The protoplasm of the nucleus is called nucleoplasm. Nucleus has thread-like network called chromatin. When the cell is ready to divide, this condenses to form thicker thread-like structures called chromosomes. These chromosomes are structures responsible for the character genes inherited by one generation from the earlier generation. The number of chromosomes in cell differ in different organisms. Sum of shown below. Organisms chromosomes number. Man 46 chromosomes, dog 78 chromosomes, pigeon 80 chromosomes, yeast 32 chromosomes, wheat 42 chromosomes. Cell organelles. Many small living structures are present in the cell. These are equivalent to the organs of the body. Hence, they are named as cell organelles. The main cell organelles are plastids. These may contain pigment that provide color to the cells. Green colored plastids are called chloroplasts. The plastids associated with the different colored parts of the plants like fruits, vegetables and flowers are called chromoplasts. Plant also contains some colorless plastids called leucoplasts. This provides space to store starch, proteins, oils, etc. Mitochondria. These are rod-shaped spherical structures. They are responsible for cellular respiration and for generation of energy for different activities of life. Mitochondria is also known as powerhouse of the cell. Endoplasmic reticulum, denoted as ER. It is a network of membranes. It provides channels for transport of material in cell. ER is of two types, rough ER and smooth ER. Rough ER. This type of ER has a rough appearance as it is studded with ribosomes. It plays a vital role in synthesis of proteins. Smooth ER. This type of ER does not have ribosomes attached to it. It therefore has a smooth appearance. It helps in synthesis of fats. Golgi complex. They are sac-like structures stacked one above the other. They are involved in the processing and packaging of materials produced by the cell. Vacuole. It is an empty space in the cytoplasm. It is generally large in plant cells. It stores excess of water and waste products. In amoeba, food materials are held in its food vacuoles for digestion. Ribosomes. These are tiny granules present in the cytoplasm and on rough ER. They help in protein synthesis. Cilia and flagella. It is the small extension on some cells on their cell membrane. They help in locomotion and collection of food. Unicellular organisms like Paramecium have numerous cilia, while Euglena has a single flagellum. All these cell organelles work together to perform different functions of the cell. Levels of organization in an organism. In unicellular organisms like amoeba, a single cell performs all the necessary functions. It captures food, respires, excretes, grows and reproduces. A group of cells perform specialized to perform specific function, forms a tissue, for example, nervous tissue. A group of tissue performing a specific function forms an organ, for example, kidney. A number of such organs work together to form an organ system, for example, digestive system. The organ system work in the body are as following: digestive system, respiratory system, circulatory system, excretory system, skeletal system, muscular system, nervous system, reproductive system, endocrine system, integumentary system. Comparison between plant cells and animal cells. The main points of difference between plant cell and animal cell are given below. Components: plant cell, animal cell. Shape. In plant cell, shape is fixed, but in animal cell, shape is irregular. Cell wall. In plant cell, cell wall is present, but in animal cell, cell wall is absent. Plastids. In plant cell, plastids are present, but in animal cells, plastids are absent. Vacuoles. In plant cells, one large vacuole is present, but in animal cells, vacuoles are either absent or are present only a small vacuole.